I know what you're thinking. I'm at a baseball field in Vieques. I should be at the beach. I should be at the beach because there's so many beaches. However, I saw this baseball field just around the corner from where I'm staying at my Airbnb, and I had to come here. And this field is beautiful. There's some bathrooms over there in their own building. There's a dugout over there, a dugout over there. There's a little fence there to protect the person doing some pitching for batting practice. And if you could see just how green and lush the outfield is, it's beautiful. And I didn't want to go on the field because of that. So I felt like I would be disrespecting the field by just walking out there. I'm reminded actually of baseball as a kid. I remember being a little kid and I was right-handed and I was throwing the ball with my dad. We would go where I'm from in New Jersey. We would say, hey, do you want to go out for a catch? Some people don't understand what that means. Go for a catch. What the heck does that mean? It just means you're going to throw a ball in the spring and summer, throw a baseball or softball. In the fall or winter, maybe it's a football, but still, it's have a catch. And sometimes when you crossed the line of timing, it could be, if you said you want to have a catch, it could mean baseball or softball or football all at the same time. So I remember when I was little, so going back to when I was little, I remember having a catch with my dad, and I was righty. And what was happening was the ball would get by me because I wasn't very coordinated. And so the ball would get by me. I go running after it. Of course, I would throw the mitt at the ball to try and stop it. I think 1 out of 1,000 times I actually stopped it, but I kept trying. Commitment to continuity provides emotional stability. I don't know if that did anything for me back then, but anyway, what I would do is I would throw my glove at the ball. I would pick up the ball with my left hand and throw it to my dad. And a lot of times I threw it beyond him, and then he would make me run after that ball to get it to him, and I would just hand it to him or toss it to him on my way back to running, and then we would just go back, and I would go back to throwing the ball with my right hand. And I remember him telling my mom, he just said, I think John's a lefty. So I batted right-handed, and then I switched to lefty. I throw left-handed. I right-handed. I kick with my right foot. I've golfed right-handed. I'm not a golfer, and this video is not about golf anyway. Remind me to tell you about my last time golfing in 1997. So anyway, I started batting left-handed and throwing left-handed, and got a little more coordinated. And I remember when I was in like second grade, I remember playing second base as a lefty, and I had my glove, and I remember running towards second base and actually catching the ball. And the only way I would have caught it was as a lefty. So I thought that was pretty funny. And I do remember the very first catch of my life. I was in right field. Right field means you're not a very good player. And I wasn't when I first joined. The team name was the Foxes. We had a red shirt with white letters. And I remember just standing there, and I just was like this. I literally was just like this. And somehow the ball it literally landed in the mitt, and I caught it. And I think everybody was shocked. I think I was kind of shocked also, but I don't remember that. All I remember is that was my very first catch. So baseball was a very big part of my life growing up. And, baseball, we had, I think, one girl on the team. I think her name was Elizabeth Montgomery, kind of like the lady from Bewitched. I think that was her name. And today, young girls are playing baseball or softball. And, everyone calls baseball America's pastime. But when you're a kid, it's a lot. You're on a team, and you're always hoping to play pretty well. And when you first start, sometimes you're not very good, and sometimes you develop a bit later on in life and get a little more coordinated as time goes on. So the first year I was in the Little League, I was not very good. And then eventually by my second year, I was much better. And then I went to another league, and I was not very good the first year. And then I got better the second year, and I got better the third year. But I think in Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner back in 1989, it was, Baseball is America's pastime, America's sport. But in Latin American territories like Puerto Rico or countries like Dominican Republic, baseball is a very big deal. And in the Dominican Republic, I've seen some documentaries where the kids don't have gloves or they share gloves with each other because they don't have the money or they just don't have a glove to use. Um, so yeah, so that's why I'm here at the baseball field. It conjured up a lot of memories, and me going from a righty to a lefty. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you this baseball field. I'm going to lift up this tripod so you can see it on this beautiful day here in Vieques. And it is beautiful here. Maybe I'll tell you about my driving story another time because today was a little harrowing. That's a big word. It's a $5 word that says scary. So with that, I am going to show off the baseball field, and I hope you enjoy it. There's the bathrooms up that walkway. There's the dugout for the right field team. And there's that beautiful, beautiful grass. You might see a brown pile over there. That might be because a horse got on the field somehow. Everything gets fenced. You can see that horse possibly in the background there. But fences are important here in Vieques. Otherwise, the wild horses, they will drop their wild poop all over the place. And if you see a bunch of dirt crushed into the ground, chances are it's not dirt, folks. It's horse poop. And right here is where I was just sitting. And this is where the bleachers are. Hope you enjoyed it.